Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. We got U18 preseason group play action. I'm Shake, and along with me is the homie Night Flash. We got a little action here between Cabal and Unity tonight. It's going to be a good one, and it's going to be hot and spicy. These teams are already chirping a little bit from what I hear on the other end. Flash, how you feeling about this one?
Oh, this is going to be a banger. Both these teams so far in group play are undefeated. So, they're bringing the heat. Each team wants to keep that undefeated record. Obviously, we're playing for that preseason cup spot right now. So, every win and loss matters. Nothing is locked in just yet. There's still so many more games to play. So, every win and loss matters. Nobody is taking this for granted. And you know what? I am absolutely juiced about this. Like, it's been a long time since I've seen some good Call of Duty gameplay, and I am fired up.
I'll tell you what, this U18 scene has nothing short of great Call of Duty. I mean, tonight we got some familiar names on the rosters. We got Underworld and Styx, some names that have really made an impression on this scene so far. Looking to do it again tonight, but you talked about it. The passion is flowing. These kids got a lot on the line. They know a lot of eyes are on them. How do you think that plays out, especially in this map one, Flash? We know it's a Karachi hard point. Talk to me about that map and how you feel.
You know what? Karachi Hardpoint is one of those maps where you have to get your footing early. You've got to come out and fry P1 and P2, and that sort of just starts your whole momentum for the rest of the map, for the rest of the series, really. So it's really going to be a battle for this P1 to see who can come out with that time and see if they can't chain that together with that P2, especially with the hardpoint changes, too. Not everything now on Karachi is that money hill that we were looking at in the past. Bottom Church Hill is gone. Bottom Ticket or Bottom Red Hill is gone. They're now back A Street and Junk, right? So, like, Junk is a bit of a money hill, but back A Street is so 50-50. Like, that is going to be a lot of white time. So I'm definitely interested to see how they sort of play around that hill, if they want to keep those back spawns, those coop spawns, just to sort of flow into that P5 in Junk, or if they want to try and get a lot of time off that hill. It's definitely going to be interesting. But Karachi is our map one. Second up is Invasion Search. High Rise Control is going to be our third map. So those are our three guaranteed maps that we get to see tonight. You don't see High Rise Control too often, so that's going to be interesting. High Rise is followed up with some Skid Row Hardpoint, and then we're going to start the same way we finished, just a different game mode on Karachi with some Search and Destroy. And, I love me some Karachi Search, so God, I hope this goes map 5, but we're going to have to wait and see.
Yeah, not something you see too often. I don't know if you rank grinders have been missing it or not, but you're gonna get your fill of that Karachi S&D if we get to that map number 5. But it's something we mentioned a little bit before we started here. That map 3, High Rise Control, I think that's a huge swing map. It's so mixy, and I think with the way the passion is flowing in this lobby right now, that's gonna be one to get.
Yeah, 100%. But we've talked about the maps, we've talked about the teams a little bit, we've introduced ourselves. There's one more thing that we have to touch on before we get into this. We've got to look at the standings here. We have to see who is leading this pack. If the standings will come up now. No. There we go. So
Yeah.
obviously you see Unity there, 2-0, and then Cabal following right behind 2-0. Unity yet to drop a map. Cabal only has dropped one. So this is going to be a bang out tonight. Following up Cabal, you have Spartans 0-1, 0-0 Lore, 0-0 in Control. Control actually played tonight. They came out over Future Forge, so Future Forge is now 0-3. But yeah, this should be an absolute banger. So that's our Division Black. If you look over on the right side, we've got Division White, SGP U18, 1-0, and then Project Above also 1-0. Legacy, 0-2, 0-6 in map count. So that's not looking great for Legacy or for Future Forged, as Future Forged falls to 0-3 and 0-9. But yeah, these are our standings, and What do you see in these standings here? Maybe I'm not seeing it. Anything standing out to you?
Not really so far. It's pretty standard. It's early in this preseason cup. You see, not a lot of matches have been played. The max is two on any side, so it's still early. A lot of changes can be made as far as gameplay and how you approach things. Maybe you look at some VOD, but the 6-0s, right? That's something you got to look at. Unity Visual and Cabal, the two teams we get tonight. Like you said, this is going to be a bang it out series. And who's going to drop a map? Cabal has already done it. And you take a look on the other side of that, Future Forge 0-6 and 0-2 in the record. That's not a hot
Actually,
start.
actually 0-3
0-3,
and
right?
0-9.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
a rough one for Future Forge earlier this evening. But another team to watch out for in Division Black, a new addition kind of to the U18 scene. FaZe Black, man. FaZe is getting involved in U18, which is so exciting to see. It's exciting to see that bigger teams are seeing the growth potential of these players and that they can eventually carry their own, hold their own in the league. Obviously, this is their first season in, so we won't see that development for a year or two. Maybe we won't see those players moving up, but I still think it's super exciting to see like one of the biggest orgs in the world getting involved at like really like like a lower level than you know challengers or the CDL.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a new org to this league, but that roster, they are names we know and love. You got Confid over there. You still got Encourage and Derek the GOAT. And a new addition this season, Ryan aged out. He's in the challenger scene now. And joining them is former opponent from Mid Academy is Sovereign. And he's been a player to watch as well. That team, I'll tell you what, Ryan was on there, but they won five or sorry, what was it, 4 cups in a row at the end of the last season, including champs. That team was almost unbeatable. So at this point, it's who's going to get them. You look to Omid Academy, and there's a team that's going to show up and show out most of the time. But ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We're going to hop right into the map number 1, Cabal Unity. It's a Karachi hardpoint. And like you said, Flash, it's about this P1 time, seeing how much you can get. And apparently, it's not going to be all that much. We're going to have a draw. Call of Duty be doing its thing. And, we've been talking a little bit. We're not going to hold you too long. We're going to get this thing set. And when we get back, we got map 1 for you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We got Map 1 Karachi for real this time. You got Shaky, you got Flash, you got a self-nade off the rip, but that's okay. You got Cabal there on the P1 Wick. Nice first blood. Nice little gun chow there. It looks like they're all set up for this P1. And you know what, chat? It wouldn't be Call of Duty without another reset. All
Hey,
right.
we're getting there, though. More points this time. Last time it was 3. We're at 7 now. We more than doubled, so this is definitely going to be interesting. I believe it's a controller issue. I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but hopefully we can get this figured out for you. Maybe it was a disconnect. I don't even know. I hope not, because I said that right when we were loading in. I would feel so bad. But yeah, we will definitely get you up to speed, caught up as soon as we know what's going on. But for now, stay tuned. After this, we'll be back at you with Map 1 version 3.
Okay, I hope this is the real one. Map number 1, Karachi, Unity Visual, Cabal. I think we got a good one. Nothing crazy off the rip here, Cabal. Onto the P1 early, but it looks like we're gonna get a contest. Flash, welcome back, buddy.
Yeah, you know, I've been locked and cocked for this game for what feels like an hour now, and we're just getting into Map 1. Cabal gonna grab that early time, but Unity Visual is quick to hop on, getting the rest of this time. It looks like Alex, that is just super unfortunate timing. But like we said in the pregame, this is all about this P1 to P2 chain. These are two extremely contestable hills, but also can be money hills if you hold them correctly. So it's all about this chain here to see who can get the ball rolling first. And it looks like Unity is doing a great job of getting the majority of this time here.
Yeah, they had the early rotations, but you got to win the gunfights. A couple are going to go their way. Mr. Bigglesworth there with a nice kill, trying to clean it all out. Big Step is going to fall the wick, and now you got 2 players over here on the hill. Only 1 player for Cabal in the vicinity. You got to get a couple of kills. Bigglesworth, Underworld finding a couple. Sully able to grab one and contest the hill here, and that's a good play out of Cabal just to contest some time. You find yourself down early, wait for the reinforcement. Shots going through. You find one, you're traded immediately, and that's going to be Unity Visual able to lock down some of this time. Wick looking to get that contest, maybe to just get some white time, maybe get his teammates some help. And yeah, that's going to be all white through the hill, looking like the scrap is going to go the way of Unity Visual as we make our way towards P3.
Yeah, you know, it really was a great play to just sort of burn time there. If you're not confident or comfortable challenging time, just keep it contested, you know? Nobody wins in a contest, but also nobody loses. It's kind of a draw. So it's really the best play if you're not comfortable. But Wick looking extremely comfortable in that gunfight up top. But Big Steppa and Bigglesworth going to combine for a couple there, and looking to break onto this point.
Yeah, there it is. Underworld, big kill clearing off that hill, and that's going to be more time going the way of Univisual. Wick is going to find one in that top third area, but still not a lot of help for him. Cabal just trying to make this break. Only one more push at this hill as we hit the 30-second mark. Univisual looking across that 100-point. Big Steppa, big two-piece walking all over these kids early on, then saying his name early, and it's an 80-point lead that's going to open up for Univisual after the first three hills.
Yeah, honestly, looking like more than 80 points at this point. They are still on this, and they're new. Look out if you are in this league, because they are coming, and they are out for blood. Big Steppa, I believe that, yeah, that's Big Steppa in the back, trying to play his life. Actually, it was Bigglesworth gets taken out. Big Steppa going to be able to find Alex the Killer, and then Stick as well. Wick going to be able to find a trade onto Mega. But you see what I mean with this hill just being so 50-50? Like, Unity's holding it, and Unity has been able to hold everything so far. And this hill is going back and forth. It's trading hands like a used car would. And it's getting passed around, and it's so mixy, this hill. But you know what? At this time, for Unity, white time is fine time.
Yeah, no, listen, even at a Cabal, that's a great hold out of them. They're able to get a good chunk of time on what you said is such a mixy hill and so difficult to hold down. Good job them. But now you look towards this junk, this P5, you got Underworld already laying there and waiting. And the setup is there for Unity. Stick, that's a big kill to try to break down some of this defense. They're going to have to work together. Sully's going to find another one. Unfortunate teammate out of Alex the Killer. And now he is the last one here. All of his teammates are gone. He is going to try to make a play. Couple of shots ringing through. He's going to fall. Does enough to get one reinforcement there, but it's just not enough. The numbers still here out of the side of Unity, but that's a big 2 kills. And now you got to turn it into some hill time. Good chow there out of Wick. In this white time, you know, when you're down this big, that's not bad.
Yeah, no, white time definitely isn't bad for either team right now, especially with the time left on the clock. We're looking at triple threes here left in time. But if you're Cabal, you definitely want the majority of this time to go your way. You want to claw your way back into this game. And they do get a big chunk of time there, but they do get taken off. And it's going to be a big one-on-one. Stick able to win it, and that is going to be the remaining 10 seconds on this hill, going the way of Cabal. Now it's just a matter of, once again, chaining this into P1 and then into P2. It's the name of the game, hardpoint. You want to chain these hills together and try and get as much time as possible. Wick going to be able to win a big one up second there before getting taken out.
Yeah, a lot of this time going Unity Visual early on, and even to this P1, we talked about that not necessarily being the easiest of money hills, but Unity Visual making it look easy, almost doubling up here on Cabal. You gotta hit the gas and you gotta hit it quick. Alex finds a couple, but answered by 2. Underworld Mega make it 3. Bigglesworth, that's gonna clear out the board, and you wanna make it a money hill. That's exactly how you do it. And you look at Big Steppa, that number 7, already making a play for that P2. Unity Visual wants to wrap up this one in a hurry.
And that's just an unfortunate team kill there out of Sully, but they are going to be able to grab this scrap time. But at this point, you can't win this off scrap time. You have to go, you have to hit this rotation. And that's exactly what Alex the Killer is going to do. He's going to hit that jump up, able to find one. He's going to be able to find the second onto Mega. No, Mega is good for it. And this Unity is just out-rotating Cabal here. They have been first to almost every hill except for P3, I think. And they are out-rotating and then just winning 50-50s like that. You know, Mega is good for 2 there. and it's just an absolute battle. But with
Oh,
Alex popping three pieces like that, it's going to be hard to hold a hard point.
yeah, definitely going to be hard to hold. And I think that's been the issue for Cabal. Like you said, it's been the rotation. And then you get individual plays there, like Alex the Killa with that massive three-piece. But you haven't been able to chain anything together. And it's a lot of solo pushes. Underworld trying to do the most. The scrap going to go the way of Cabal there. And that's a good chunk of time. But you said it. You're not going to win off a scrap, especially against a team like Unity Visual that is so locked in right now. They're even here on that P3, and they're shooting Bigglesworth. That's a big two-piece. Mega, he can just wait for the team.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he's gonna do. Sully is gonna be in this like bottom junk area. I don't even know what to call that, but he's gonna be just ratting there. But it's no kills are going the way of Cabal right now, and this is not what you need if you want to break this hill. They are going to be around 20 points away from winning this one if they can't get this break, and it's not looking like they're going to be able to. Unity is just good for so many. Underworld locking this down from this dumpster heady, and it's just not looking good if you're a Cabal fan right now.
They're just absolutely lighting it up in the feed. Bigglesworth with 19, Big Step of 17 himself, Underworld with 13, and Mega with the same spot as well. This team is frying right now. Sully 10, Alex, he had that three-piece, but is still yet to pass the double-digit mark. Now, we saw this team have some success on P4, but you can't rely on that one if you want to win. You find yourself down 67 points as this new hill pops, and you're losing the rotational gunfights. That's your whole team down. Reset Kabbalah. This one could be one for Unity.
Yeah, and Alex is here. He's made his presence known, bottom tools. It's just a matter of playing his life and keeping them off point. But he's going to get taken out from the back by Mega, and that's just a textbook play to hit through bottom church and flush the guy out tools. Also, just in a great spot, as I say that stick, managing to find the shots onto him. And time's going Cabal's way right now. Never mind what gets taken out.
Yeah, then a nice two-piece there by Sully is able to get a little bit of that strap as we rotate on over to the P5 stick. Big two-piece there. Needed that one to try to claw and fight. You only have 31 seconds to give to this Unity Visual team. All these gunfights are so massively important, but if you can make this a money hill, things get so interesting. You can tie it up here. Alex, big one, Big Step, able to find one on Sully, but still, it is all locked up on this junk hill right now. They have the spawns right now for Cabal. A couple more kills. This one gets really interesting, but you need to get on the hill.
Yeah, and you see Alex hanging out in this top red area, just trying to play upset on this Unity Visual team, but his position is known. He's been thoroughly tagged up. Sully going to find Big Step in the background, but that's going to be a big two. Time not going the way of Unity Visual. As I say that, they jump on point, and they are just slowly, ever so slowly, closing the gap to win. You've got Bigglesworth just locking down that top area, which is such a power position on this hill.
Yeah, it's such a power position, and they are looking to lock it in. What an amazing break wick and stick. A big two-piece there, one of the last hopes they have. And now we're going to be able to officially make it to the P1. So good job there, Cabal, keeping it mixy enough to go alive. Stick and wick, another big two-piece. They're going to have to continue to go massive. Big step up, looking to get the last player on the hill. Could that do it? And it's white for the time being. So mixy, Big step up. That's going to be 3 for him. Gets cut down on the way to the hill. This is all open. Cabal, they want to contest. They want to keep it open until they can make a break. Sully, Alex, no, unfortunate teammate. Underworld gets a kill. Nobody able to get time. Cabal, Underworld, and two-piece. This is back and forth. Will this one end? Big step, a big kill there. The last reinforcement falls. Bigglesworth gets the last two-piece, and that's gonna do it there. Unity Visual, it gets a little sketchy at the end, but ultimately you clutch up and you get a big, decisive map #1 victory.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd use the word sketchy there for that, because, you know, I don't think it was ever in their mind that they were losing that map, especially being up so big, but it was definitely looking, I don't even know if shaky's the right word. It was mixy. It was a mixy hill. That hill is very hard to hold, but if you can hold it, it can be a money hill. If you can get the proper positioning and the proper setup, it can be a money hill. Nobody was able to get proper positioning. Every players on Unity were killing Cabal on bottom side. Cabal had control of top third for a good long chunk. It was just it's a very mixy hill where power positions really come into play on that hill, because if you're taking a level gunfight with somebody on hill, 9 times out of 10 you're losing that uh, unless you're the best player alive. But if you're top third, for example, or top ACs or whatever, if you have elevation to look down on that hill, all that cover becomes null and void. But Karachi, it's always a bang out on Karachi. It's always a super crazy fun time. But I think the final score was 250 to 168. It's definitely not as close as I would have expected from two undefeated teams. But maybe Hardpoint isn't Cabal's jam. Maybe they're more of a search control team. We don't know. We're definitely going to find out though, because we've got a search and destroy coming up next on Invasion, which is definitely an interesting pick. You don't see much of Invasion Search, but it should be a good map. I like Invasion Search. I think Invasion Search plays very well. It's just a lot of very long gunfights, not a lot of close-up stuff for subs to do. But if both your subs are flex players, then you really shouldn't have a problem.
Yeah, it gets kind of interesting in that dark area. Subs can kind of have some fun in there, mid tank, try to make some plays. But you're right. It is a lot of long sights, a lot of long gunfights you got to worry about. And offense on this map can be so difficult. The B site is so far away. It's going to be interesting to see how these teams are going to play it. Cabal on the offense, big step, aggressive. The first two, nice and easy for him. Stick able to get that trade onto him, and all of a sudden, if you're Cabal, things are not going your way at all. Bigglesworth finds number 3. Sully, 1v3. Good luck, bud.
Yeah, for real. And that was just all of that comes from Big Steppa getting that opening too. He doesn't get that opening too. If he just gets one there, we have a completely different round on our hands. But Big Steppa able to find 2, showing why he is in fact the Big Steppa. And Sully able to find 1, gets his 1 on the round, but does get insta-traded. So, there's definitely some positives there from Cabal. I really just think they have to work on their trades there. They have to be able to get that trade immediately onto Big Steppa, I think that's the fastest I've ever seen anyone come out of Cafe. Like, that was insane.
Oh no, he definitely planned that route well out in advance and knew exactly what he wanted to do on that play. It went exactly how he planned it. He gets the 2-piece, maybe even better than you thought. And the trade does come through, but after 2 teammates gone, you find yourself in a bad position, and things just went worse from there. And now Unity Visual on the offense, they are flying up this B street. They don't want to get caught in the back. They know if you get caught there, it's a dangerous position to be. And now things slow down. It's the feeling out process in this search and destroy.
Yeah, and that's really a lot of what search is. It's feeling out how confident your opponent is. Also trying to figure out where they're at, but I don't think Cabal is having any issue with that. Is Wick going to find the opening onto Big Steppa before getting traded out by Bigglesworth? And that's what I was talking about for Cabal and really for both teams. Search is a game of trades, and it's also a game of just sort of like map awareness and positioning. But if you're not getting trades, you're not going to win the map. Once again, trades going back and forth, making this a 2v2, make it a 1v2. No, sorry, a 1v1, as Underworld is going to be able to find Stick there in the back.
Oh, yeah, no, it's just more of the same out of Unity Visual. They have a plan, they're sticking to it, and they are attacking 2 straight rounds in a row. I will say on this map, I've seen a lot of streakiness in the sense that one team will rip off 2, and then another team will rip off 2 or 3 in a row. So it's going to be interesting to see if Cabal can find some of that sauce here. If you go down 3-0 on this map, it can be such a daunting task, especially when you're down 1-0 in the series. Bigglesworth now 4-0, 2 off of that cruise missile, and 1 apiece for the side of Cabal. I mean, it's not horrible, but you're just not playing your trades as effectively, and that's been the difference so far in this search.
No, 100%. But you know, they get that info early on that Bigglesworth is playing B. It's just a matter of if Underworld is going to be able to hold them from that dark position. Big Steppa gets spotted. Sully playing an absolutely beautiful spot up in that treehouse. Definitely a calm has been said to Mega there. It's just going to be a matter of if Sully reads this player second hitting the back, but it's a 2v4 for the side of Cabal here, and really now it's just a matter of playing your trades. Mega's going to find one, and there's no instant trade. The player has managed to escape the treehouse, and Sully definitely just got spotted, but Underworld gets picked up, so it's a 1v3, and Mega's going to have to pull off some serious magic to come away with this one.
Yeah, let's see if Megamind has the big brain to pull this one off. Take some shots in. Not going to land a single one. The trade comes through. Shots in the back. Cabal getting a very, very big first round on the board for them. They don't let things get crazy out of hand. Nice, easy kill for Sully. Yeah, I'm just going to hold my position, boys. Let's see if he posts up. Good clutch up there at Cabal. You needed that one.
Yeah, and you know, that's really both sides have that advantage. You know, once bomb is down, there's no need to push anything. You can just hold your angle, play cruddy corner. And it's the same thing on defense before the bomb gets planted. Like, you don't have to run it down. You don't have to play for these kills. You don't have to get the opening pick. It's like, obviously it helps, but you realistically can just play cruddy corner, watch bombs, and win the round.
Yeah, there's so many angles to check. It's so daunting to play defense on this map at times. But I like that call out of you. Don't overchow anything. Try to get the first blood. And, hey, listen, stick ready for that one. Gets the opener. Alex gonna find another one. And all of a sudden, it's a 2v4 out of Unity. And that could be 2 rounds in a row. If Cabal is able to clutch up, you got Unity Visual just trying to make a rewrap on over towards A. Alex gets the information to his team. And now, Unity Visual, they're trapped in a bad situation.
Yeah, you have one player in, believe that's water, carpet, essentially. I think it's mannequin, actually, but in mannequin or carpet, and the other one's just back tank, now pushed up to around A control. They're definitely playing for this A site, but Bigglesworth is going to get taken out. That's going to be bombed. Underworld does not have the time to spare. He has to run, grab this bomb, and get it down immediately. And I just don't think he has the time left at this point to do that.
Nah, in a 1v4 with that little time, it's too much to ask. Cabal puts together a good couple of rounds, and I mentioned that this could happen. So if you're Cabal, if you can stick to your strats and play these trades effectively like you have the last 2 rounds, they could find themselves evened up 1-1, hit a nice regain after that rough map 1.
100%. And I think that's exactly what they're doing. You know, the first 2 rounds, I think they're calling it a fluke. They're saying, you know what, they caught us off guard. Bigglesworth just ran it down, and or was it? Yeah, no, Big Steppa just ran it down and absolutely pieced us up. Round 1, round 2, we didn't know how they were going to attack. Like, this is our game to lose, boys. Let's lock it in.
Yeah, Big Steppa. After that initial 2-piece he got round number 1, he hasn't gotten a single one since then. Looking to rebound, and on the attack, Cabal looking to put 3 rounds together in a row. Bigglesworth sitting at the tractor, just trying to get a pick for his teammates, and you see the discipline here out of Unity Visual. I like that play just a little bit better. Instead of flying out, just play this defense to its full advantage. Know that the offense has to get the bomb down.
Now, Alex is in such a power position here, but that's going to be 3 dead for Cabal in the blink of an eye, and their chances of chaining 3 rounds in a row went from around 50-50 to about 0 in a second.
Yeah, no, in the words of Ron Burgundy, that went south so fast. It didn't go well for them, and now you find yourselves up 3-2 if you're Unity Visual. That's a nice little get-back round. You needed it on the defensive side, and the clock becomes a factor. You saw there the discipline out of Unity Visual caused Cabal to force up into those iron sights of Unity Visual, and a lucky nade as well.
Yeah, no, 100%. And Wick with a big opening onto Big Steppa. And we have Sully already up into DVD. Alex going to be lurking around this cafe. Manages to get out, And look at the discipline. We were just talking about it. Bigglesworth not overchalling into AS&D to chase down that kill on Alex the Killa. Wick does get picked up, but Stick is good for one before Underworld finds Alex. Oh, and that's just terrible. Stick gets taken out by Megan through DVD, leaving Sully in a 1v2. No idea where either of these players have gone off to. Might get some good timing on Underworld. Did spot him. And that's just, that's 50-50 there. You got to take one of the fights. You think you take the guy running at you, but, you know, you live and you learn.
Yeah, that timing's a little weird. Doesn't really have time to react. Mega slides out at the perfect time. You take the chow you need to. It's just unfortunate you got double chowed. And that's a good one. Another one. You talk about discipline, and I like it out of Unity Visual. That's 2 rounds in a row for them. Now 2 away from taking a 2 lead in this series. And on the defensive side, you got to like their odds to get to map point here. But Cabal looking to have something to say on the offense.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting how they bounce back, because coming back from 5-4 or 2-4 is much easier than coming back from 2-5. It's a mental thing, right? Like if you start questioning what you're doing, you start questioning, oh, like if I throw my life here, I could be the reason we lose. But that was definitely close to being a reason that they lost. Sully almost getting gunned by one of his teammates. Big Steppa going to find the opener on the Stick, with Wick instantly finding a trade onto Mega.
Yeah, good trade there out of Wick. And I talked about the SMGs making a feeling felt in dark, and that's exactly what happened there. Now you got the numbers for a second. Underworld is going to go down to Wick, who has bomb in hand. Now you got the 2v2. Big Steppa over on that concrete slab, and the information is going to come through for his teammate. Can Sully get the kill? He does. And now you have the number advantage. This bomb is going to go down. Bigglesworth looking to make a play. Can he get the bomb planner? He does. Oh, is he going to get away with his life? Sully on the chase in the 1v1. The stun. Oh my God. The stun play works out. Unity Visual on map point, looking to go to series point, up 2-0. And I mean, Bigglesworth, what a play.
Yeah, and people, like, this is one thing that I've never understood. I do get trying to get those cross nades and like the cross map stuns to sort of mess up your opponent's timing, but your utility is so useful, especially in a one-on-one. And in that situation, you see Bigglesworth held onto that stun, and it pays off for him, and it pays off big, because no shot was he winning that gunfight without that stun.
No, that's a great call. Tacticals, you got to save them. A lot of people do like to chuck them off, rip and search and destroy, but that's a mental game, and it's going to come back and bite you in search and destroy. I feel like more than other modes. Unity Visual, though, on the offense, you're seeing a little more aggression out of Cabal. They're feeling the pressure, knowing they can't let Unity Visual get towards the site, and that's going to be a good first blood at a Stick.
Yeah, it gets instantly traded by Mega, though, onto Alex the Killa. Alex having a bit of a rough one, 4-6. Underworld's going to be able to find Sully in the background. Wick gets a little too big for his britches and gets cut down by Big Steppa. Stick left in a 1v3, make it a 1v2 as he finds Underworld. And this guy's heart rate is going a mile a minute right now. It's one thing in ranked. It's a completely other thing when you're playing in a league and you're left in a 1v multiple, even a 1v1, but he gets cut down. Unity Visual handles business. Cabal falls 2 maps to none.
Yeah, tough one for Cabal. We talked about hitting the regain in the search and destroy, and it looked for a second there that they might. Unity got the first 2. They bounced back with 2 rounds of their own, but then give up 4 straight. And that's kind of what it was like in the hard point as well, right, Flash? We saw moments of brilliance here and there out of Cabal, but ultimately not able to chain too much together, and it came back to bite him in the butt. This Unity Visual squad, they're a good team.
Yeah, no, 100%. I haven't really seen many mistakes out of them that I could point out. Maybe some over-aggression here and there, but even in that case, you see Big Steppa fly out Cafe, and I would consider that over-aggression. He considers that a free 2-piece. Like, he gets 2 and then gets traded. And at that point, you're making such an impact, and that's such good value for your life that you can't even consider that a mistake.
Absolutely not. I mean, if you get the two piece, it's not a mistake. If he dies there and you find yourself down a man and you don't take anyone with you, yeah, maybe that was an overchow. Maybe you shouldn't do it. But hey, this map number 3, we talked about it being a swing map, and boy, is it ever in the high rise control. If you're Cabal hitting a regain on this map, it's going to be tough. I think that 2-0 might have been the death sentence with how Unity Visual's playing. But if you give them a life raft flash, what is it?
You know what? It's the fact that High Rise it's such a weird map. Like
Mhm.
it's such a map that like Invasion, there's cruddy corner to cruddy corner. High Rise, I would almost say, is worse for that. You have that top heli, you have top propane, then you have peeking through heli steps to watch the other heli steps. You have the route on the right side of the map to get to back Crack Shack. There's just so much going on in high rise that Cabal could sort of use and abuse to their favor that I'm not going to count them out of this. We've been doing a lot of talking. I'll let you guys speculate at home. We're going to take a quick break as we get some things figured out on our end. We'll be back right after this.
Little bit of a quick change. Chat, don't worry, we still got control. It's just Karachi instead of High Rise. It's still Unity. It's still Cabal. It's still Flash, and it's still Shake. Welcome on back. And we got a nice one. It's 2-0 Unity Visual.
Yeah, and you see Cabal here getting this early progress. That's going to be 2 ticks done in the matter of 30 seconds, maybe. And they're not stopping there. These guys look like they have been in the lab. Karachi control. To be fair, it is only the A point, but at this point, any ticks, any extra time is going to be such a big factor in how this round plays out. Sully going to be able to find one, Stick going to be able to find another, and excuse me, that is numbers advantage towards the side of Cabal for the time being. However, I do believe Unity Visual has spawned back up, and oh my god, what a read out of Stick.
Stick. Oh, I thought he was going to get him, but the reach out doesn't go through. Big step, and that's a nice 2-piece. Can he make it? Oh, yeah. What a pretty 3-piece that one was. Mega finds another one, and that is going to be a clean wipe there out of the side of Unity Visual. That A site does go down in a hurry, but this B point can be so difficult to get, and you're seeing why. Big 2-piece there, though, out of the side of Cabal to try to get some map pressure, and they're through. One more kill, and they get it, and they are on to this B site. A couple of more kills, but they gotta get them.
Yeah, Underworld gonna fall. That's 3 dead for Unity, and now Cabal just has to flood through. Somebody's got to be watching this back hop up. It's a matter of if they know if Mega got through, and Mega did. They just weren't aware. Now, they have been able to get that first tick, and that first tick of progress, that can mean defense compared to offense round 5. So that's going to be huge. But if they can get this done, I can see Cabal with a real chance to win this map.
Every statistic matters when you're down in the position that Cabal is in right now. You still got a minute left to play with, and you still got about 15 lives. The trades have been back and forth. Wick trying to make a play, finds one, can't quite get the second. Mega's gonna shut that one down. Sully, a big two-piece of his own. Alex gonna make the break, and that is gonna be what it takes. Tick number 2 coming through. Are the reinforcements gonna be able to make it in time? They're stacking the hill. B coming through. That could be the last kill. It is. Cabal, a crucial round number 1.
No, 100%. They really just came out and set the tone early. You know, they took A with little to no pushback, and then B, like it was sure there was a minute there where it was trades back and forth. They get a clean 4 dead, get on that, and it is going. That point flew by. That point got captured in like 10 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. If you get a clean 3-4 dead and you stack the hill, things tend to snowball rather quickly in control. And if you're Cabal, that's exactly how you wanted things to go. But this defense is going to be so vitally important to clutch up on as well. Unity Visual onto the site early, getting that first tick down. All 6 are going to go the way of Cabal in round number 1. That's going to be important if we get to round number 5. And that's going to be the A site done just as quickly as it was in the first. You get a 4 dead. If you're Cabal, that's good in the kills department. But now they have 2 minutes to hold this B site.
Yeah, you know, I will also say, on top of just being good in the kills department, that completely resets all of Unity's momentum. You know, they could have come off that A site and hit from so many different spots. Now Cabal knows where they're coming from, for sure. It's just a matter of tracking these players out of spawn, and that's going to be the issue. You know, we've got Bigglesworth trying to hit the back. Sully knows that people are around him. He's just not entirely sure where. Bigglesworth going to that hop up. Sully gets taken out by Big Steppa, who was playing for him in that top plat position. Stick was just lurking around, looking for these players, and he doesn't look in the right direction as Bigglesworth is going to pick that up from the back.
Yeah, gets that kill, and that is the entry onto this B site. Working on tick number 1. His teammates are in the area. Wick, though, that's going to be a big kill as they make their way, trying to stop this pressure. Wick, a big second one. Big Steppa is going to be able to trade him out, and that's going to stop the progress at B just for a moment. One player left to deal with. He's going to fall as well. That's a good job dealing with that push, but there's still a lot of time and lives to deal with. Cabal, dealing with the pressure for now.
Yeah, Sully got a little overconfident there, overheated a little bit, and that's going to be 3 dead, I believe, for Cabal. Now it's a matter of left up to Stick. Stick just gets very poor timing with that nade throw there, and the stack is going to come in here. Bigglesworth, you have Bigglesworth watching this hop up, this dumpster hop up, going to be able to find Wick, and he's just going to funnel them in. Big Steppa. Ooh. Alex gets taken out. Stick going to find one onto Underworld before Mega finds that trade. Currently only 1 on, but Cabal has to fly at this. Oh, beautiful nade kill.
In the nick of time, Wick ends up grabbing the last reinforcement. 2 dead. Alex is going to find another one as well. That's a great stop if you're Cabal. You don't necessarily want to let him get all the ticks. Alex, gets caught in a reload by Big Steppa. Stick able to find another one, though. They are still here on this point. And you take a look at the white arrows. They're not so close, but only 1 player left, and that's Sully. He's the last one to deal with. If he falls, things get hairy. He's going to go down Underworld here. 1 player left, and that's going to be the round. Uni Visual has a chokehold on this series. 2-0 in... Oh, sorry. I got ahead of myself. They even it up. 1-1 in the control.
Yeah, how are you going to do Cabal dirty like that? They had a clean attack, too. But no, that was very... You know, that was a very interesting sort of progression. A, once again, gets captured extremely quickly, but Cabal able to hold B for a lot longer that time. And if you look at the kill side of things, I'm just going to do some quick mental math here, but I do believe that Cabal is up in kills, which also really can sway things one way or another come round 5 if you're completely tied up on ticks. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how that plays into things.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. And right now, we are even on ticks. Unity Visual looking to break that down. Make sure Cabal isn't able to get anything here. Big step on the last one. Able to get that kill. Sully trades him right out. But still, no one in the purple side is really close to this hill. Unity Visual doing a good job protecting this A site. We know how fast it went in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, 100%. But every kill that goes either way is just huge. Currently, Unity Visual up 1 life on Cabal, which just you don't really see control games like this too often. Usually one side is sort of doing more slaying than the other. This has been very even. 20 to 22 now, slowly growing that life lead. But that can be taken away in the blink of an eye. So I definitely wouldn't count on that if you were Unity Visual. But if Mega is piecing them up like that, Stick gonna fall to his hands. Underworld gonna take Alex the kill up off the top third, and this has been a clean hold by Unity.
Yeah, this defense is absolutely locked down right now. Only 20 seconds left, but you don't need much time. Clean 3 dead there out of the side of Cabal, and now you can get some pressure onto this A site. That first tick is done. The second one is coming through. Looks like Unity is just going to go ahead and shock this A site, knowing that they lost the life advantage that they did once have. This is a great offense out of Cabal.
Yeah, Cabal really doing a good job of sort of bleeding Unity Visual dry slowly, and Stick has this pressure over towards B. He doesn't know it right now, but he is the closest player to B. He does get taken out by Bigglesworth. Sully going to be able to find a trade onto Bigglesworth there. But yeah, this is such a close round and such a close game. Every single kill matters. Every single tick matters. Every second matters at this point. They're down to 49 seconds. They can really only hit this 1 or 2 times. And, that's going to be terrible timing for Sully. But Wick there for the instantaneous trade and make it 2.
What a clean 2 it was out of Wick there. A big 2 for his team. A couple of more go down for the side of the white there. Sully able to trade out. Big step up. But still, no ticks or pressure onto this B as they finally make their way. Bigglesworth, runs into a couple in back alley. Will that reach out come through? It does. Good stuff. No! Stick, you can't let Big Step and do that to you. In such a clutch moment, Unity Visual might have just got gifted Wick. The last one over here, he is going to fall, but did just enough for his teammate to get there. Alex, a big 2-piece, gets traded out almost immediately. This is hot and heavy. 14 seconds left, only 2 players life for the side of Cabal. Can they clutch up in the 2v4, 2v3 now? This is so intense.
Make it a 2v. It was a 2v2, and they both chowed different people. That's so unfortunate. But you know what? That was such a close round. Like, I think the kill advantage may now be tied as well. So it's really going to come down to ticks if we even go to a round 5, because Unity Visual can close it out right here and just slam the door shut on Cabal.
And you want to, if you're on that attacking side, go with what worked, what got you that first offensive round win. A great defensive clutch there at a Unity Visual. The first defensive round win we've seen in this control. And now it's up to Cabal to try to find another one to keep their hopes alive in this series. But Unity Visual already a tick gone on it.
Make it 2 ticks gone at A. They have to fly at this, but Mega's going to be able to find one. Bigglesworth finds another, and that is A, completely gone. They now have to defend B with their lives, and I stand corrected. The kill advantage is still in Cabal's favor, but this might not come to ticks or kills, honestly. This may just be Unity Visual may just waltz into B and take it.
All of it about how they play these routes. That's a big 2-piece to get things kicked off for the side of Unity. A good trade out of Alex just to slow down the push just a little bit. Make sure your teammates are able to get in position off of that respawn. And now all those purple arrows are set up with the big kill. And now Bigglesworth trying to make a kill over the hop-up. Gets taken down by Wick. Stick is going to find another one as well. Mega able to get a trade. But now you find yourselves a little bit on the back foot. Unity, though, they have a lot of lives and a lot of time to push at this.
Yeah, it's been a constant battle of life advantage here. I think this is the biggest disparity we've seen so far. 3 lives, which is crazy to see in a control. Alex going to be able to get that player off of time, just letting that time continue to dwindle away. I have to find this one on. Oh, absolutely beautiful shots out of Mega there. I don't believe Alex was 100% healed, but still, just absolutely beautiful. Bigglesworth's going to stop that clock. The stack is in. 3 players are on time, and this point is flying by.
They got a big 4 dead, and that's going to be 2 ticks. They need to get the kills. Bigglesworth, big 2-piece, big step up. Another big 2, and that is going to be the B point gone. Unity Visual, a 3-0 in the series, and a gentleman's 3-1 in the control. And I mean, my goodness, what a show of dominance.
Was I tripping there, or did that just say 1-2?
No, it did, but that I don't know what Codcaster's doing to us, but that is the end of the map, ladies and gentlemen.
I was gonna say, did I imagine the first round? Like, did I black out there? But yeah, just absolutely great play out of both these teams. You know, Cabal really hung in there, and if you look at them kills wise, they were frying. They couldn't chain it together. They couldn't get that 4 down and get the stack. They couldn't get like they were getting individual kills, and then the players would, Unity Visual, being so aware, would pull back, play their lives a little bit, wait for their teammate to come back, and that's really where they got them. You know, Unity Visual was able to get those 4 downs, pop on time, and then just soak and hold chokes. Like I said, that hop up, that dumpster hop up, is such a strong choke to hold that it's really just like if you're challenging that, you're just throwing a life away, unless you're unreal.
Yeah, and it was just textbook out of Unity Visual who gets the 3-0. And I think you hit it nail on the head. Cabal had moments and flashes of greatness in this one where they looked really well. But I think you're going to have to chalk this one up to you got to get some VOD review in. Maybe you make a couple smarter plays. You play your life, wait for your teammates instead of chowing, making the double chow instead of solo chowing. And that makes a whole lot of difference. You can tell Cabal very talented. It's just cleaning up the metal.
Yeah, I 100% agree. You want to know what this has really shown me about this Unity Visual squad and what I'm now really excited for? Unity Visual Phase Black. That is going to be a banger because Unity Visual so far is the best team we've seen play preseason so far. Like they're 3-0, 9-0 map count. I'm interested to see if they're ready to stick it to phase and say, "Hey, you guys bought the wrong roster. We're here to stay." And you got to think that there's some passion, especially anybody playing that phase black team, just because they have so much funding backing them. You know, they have a multi-million-dollar org behind them that maybe these kids want to say, like, "Hey, look, you know what? You bought the right franchise, but you got the wrong players on there or something." But yeah, I'm super excited to see that. Super good matches tonight, though. Like, realistically, like the map score really doesn't show how good of the games were. Like that was an unreal series.
Yeah, definitely. We talked about it. The talent of Cabal just got to refine those skills and that mental just a little bit, and they could be contending with the rest of them. But I think you hit it on the head. Unity Visual is going to be a team to watch for the rest of this preseason. It's still early, but some of the very best in the U18 COD League we have seen tonight. And, before we wrap it up here, I just want to shout out a quick thank you to the U18 COD League for putting on this cast tonight. It's been a blast. Shout out behind the scenes, our producer, Reader, always holding it down for us. Flash, our first time working together, man. It was a pleasure. I had a blast. Hey, have a great night, everybody. Happy Monday. And until next time, have a great night.